Mm. Okay, I think we completed up to this point, right? The variance and the standard deviation, this part also we completed. And mm, okay, so as I can remember, I showed you how to calculate these ones and the proof of this one as well. We did this part, right?
Uh, yes, teacher.
Okay. Then, for the ungrouped data and the group data, we can use two separate equations to find out the mean as well as variance. Once we found out the variance, then it's easy for us to calculate the standard deviation because the square root of the variance will be considered as the standard deviation. That's how normally we calculate it. And did we do this one?
Give me a second. This is my screen still loading. I can't see.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me reshare it again. Mm.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, you got disconnected, right?
Yeah, I lost my connection.
Okay, okay. So here, now can you see the screen or what happened?
Yes, teacher. Yes, I can.
Okay. So I think we did these ones. We completed these ones.
Yeah. Hello, teacher.
Hey, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Okay, teacher.
Okay. So then that part also done. Now that part also done. What do we have next? So this part, what do you think?
Uh, I think that's where we have to start.
Here from this part we didn't do, right? I feel like we
Yeah.
completed up to this. Did we go through with this worked examples? No, right? 3.6.
No, teacher.
Oh,
No.
okay. So now here, if it's for the worked example 3.6, as they have mentioned. So, as they have mentioned here, now the worked example 3.6, no, for the set of five numbers, they have given us five numbers 3, 9, 15, 24, and 29. All these numbers are there. And then they have asked us to find out the standard deviation. What do you think? How we gonna find out the standard deviation?
So first you have to find out the variance and take the square root of it.
Yes, to find out the variance, how we can do it?
We have to use the formula here.
Yes, we
Okay.
have to use the formula, or else what you can do as the first step, we can find out the mean first.
Mm.
Because in this part, anyway, in this part, let me like maximize this. Okay. So anyway, if it's in this part, here we have expected value of x divided by n complete squared. No? That means actually here what we have is x bar squared, squared of the x
Mm.
bar, right? So then what will happen? As the first step, what we can do, we can calculate the x bar side. And then you can substitute the values for this variance equation. You can substitute whatever we found and the rest of the variance equations value to here and find out the final answer. Anyway, that would
Oh,
be to find out variance. What is the final equation? That is the summation of the x squared values should divided by the number of elements minus squared of the mean of the given data set, the same sample or the same set. That's how we
yeah.
calculate the variance. Then to find out the standard deviation, then what we can do? We can divide the whole thing. We can divide the complete thing. We can divide, we can take the square root of the complete thing and find out the standard deviation. That's how
Okay.
we calculate the standard deviation. Then they're asking which of the five numbers are more than one standard deviation from the mean. How we gonna find out that? Which of the five numbers are more than one standard deviation from the mean?
So I didn't get the question. Like, what does one
Yeah.
standard
So
deviation?
they have asked which of the five numbers are more than one standard deviation from this means. Anyway, the standard deviation would be six. Sorry. Anyway, the mean is 16. No? So mean is 16. Then what we can do? According to their question, I feel like which of the five numbers are more than one standard deviation from the mean. More than one standard deviation from the mean. That means the numbers have become 3 and 29. 3 and 29. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Now what will happen? So we have to go with the reverse case. Anyway, so now what we did here, okay, what is the standard deviation? Okay, before that, what is the variance? Variance means anyway, it's kind of a dispersion. No? So for example,
Yeah.
that means if we draw the curve like this, I mean the curve of the entire data set, or else we can say the distribution of the data set. If we have the mean value like this, මෙතන ඉඳන් අපි කියන්නේ අර the distance to the mean නේ. For each and every data point, we will calculate the distance starting from the mean. මේක තමයි we are going to find it. Is it clear? The variance means
Yeah.
any dispersion, what we call in Sinhala විසිරීම. විසිරීම කියලා කියන්නේ mean value එකේ ඉඳන් කොච්චර distance එකක් තියෙනවද? How much we have for each and every data point comparatively, ඒ කියන්නේ from the mean. mean එකේ ඉඳන් කොච්චර දුරක් තියෙනවද කියලා තමයි we calculate as the variance. Then standard deviation means the square root of this. Again, for the Pythagoras theorem also, anyway, we will be calculating squared values. And then only
Yes.
the length, we are taking the square root of that squared term. The same thing happens here for the standard deviation as well. Now, here they are asking which of the five numbers may පහෙන් මොන එකද, which of the five numbers are more than one standard deviation from the mean. That means the mean value is 16. So that value I took it from here because we have to add all these values together and we should divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Then you
Yeah.
get the mean value as 16. So this 16 nang, then the dispersion or the standard deviation what we received was මං අයියට ටිපිරිප්ප කට්ටා. So then what will happen here for the 16 nang, value 16 nang, now we need to find out the, so here in the middle, anyway, if it's then if we have the mean value here like 16, then when we talk about the dispersion, it can be either plus or minus the standard deviation. ඉස්සරහට යනවා නම් then it would be 16 plus 9.51. The other side, if it's for the left side, nang, it can be 16 minus 9.51. මේක නිකන් අර
So
inter
they are talking about more than, so
Yeah,
then
that's the case. Wait. So now in the middle we have 16. Now if it's 16 plus 9.51 now, somewhere around here. If it's 16 minus 9.51 now, somewhere around here. Then 16 plus 9.51 means that is 25.51 no. Then
Yes.
16 minus 9.51 means it would be 6.49. එහෙනම් මේ region එකට error. Okay? So let's assume this is the accepted region කියලා. Whatever I have colored in red. එහෙනම්
Yeah.
let's give a special name as critical region. එහෙනම් critical region එක වෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ ටික. So now they are
Mhm.
asking the values which has lie for these critical regions. එතකොට we have two values. One is 3, the other one is 29. Those are like outliers වගේ. These are not outliers
Uh-huh.
actually. According to the given context, they have asked which of the five numbers are more than one standard deviation from the menu. One standard deviation නිසා තමයි we are considering only 9.51 plus and minus. If they mentioned like two standard deviation කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. Then what
Mhm.
we have to do? Then we need to calculate 16 plus 2 times 9.51 and then 16 minus 2 times 9.51. See, මෙතන standard deviations දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Two standard deviations. Here they have mentioned the numbers are more than one standard deviation. ඒක නිසා තමයි
Yeah.
මම 1 times 9.51 කියලා I just took it. Is
Okay.
Can you take a note on that? මොකද මේක you will be learning in future as well as the empirical rule. Empirical rule කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා instead. You will be learning this in future මේ මොනවාද future units. But anyway, just have a rough note. නිකන් one stand.
Can you tell one piece so I can write down?
Okay, so what? No, okay, we'll do like this. So if it's, we'll do like this. You can draw this one as the bell-shaped curve one. And then if we have the x bar here, the mean, then you can mention it as x bar plus sigma, somewhere around here. Then you can here mention the value as x bar plus 2 sigma. Then you can identify now at least එතකොට මෙතනට යනකොට x bar minus sigma. Then for the rest here we have x bar minus 2 sigma. Then you took a note. Here we have the mean value. Let me change the color. Here we have the mean value. Here we have more than one standard deviation, right? Then it would be considering one standard deviation. One standard deviation. Here we are considering two standard deviation. Two standard deviation. So the මෙතන තියෙන්නේ x bar minus 2 sigma. Here we have x bar minus sigma. Here we have x bar plus sigma, again for one standard deviation. And here x bar plus 2 sigma, that means for two standard deviations. Something like this.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah. Okay, teacher.
Okay, that is done. So that's what here they have mentioned. Then the numbers would be 3 and 29. And also, can you like draw this one also according to the question? I think it would help for you to passe baladi. Then you can figure out how we get this 3 and 29 as well according to the question.
Then shall I write down the whole
Okay,
work breakdown?
okay, that's fine.
I think it makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay, teacher. Okay, teacher.
Then that is done. it's clear how we get that value. Okay, can you do the 3.7? 3.7. Find the standard deviation of the values of x. Yeah, okay. Following table correct in three significant figures.
Okay.
Okay, that is also done. Now what they're saying, there's nothing new, no. Anyway, the only the value substitution of the values that is done. What happens if we use a rounded value for the mean? Now there's a question. That is, what happens if we use a rounded value for the mean? Correct to one decimal place, then the mean in worked example 3.7 is 708 divided by 51 means. Okay, give me 1 minute. Right.
Okay, teacher.
No? Yes? So then what will happen now? If we rounded it and again, if we rounded it and get the number to one decimal place, then it will be 708 divided by 51 means anyway 13.9. So now see, if we use this 13.9 as the mean value and then calculate it, then we will receive 1.14 as the standard deviation. But the actual value was 1.38, whatever we received earlier. But now we have 1.14. This is an error of 0.2. This is an error of 0.2. Now what will happen? The rounded mean has caused a substantial error. The rounded mean has caused a substantial error, that is 0.2, is about 15% of the correct value, 1.34. For that, what you can do, out of this 1.34, the difference of this is 0.2. Now, you can calculate the percentage of the error. 0.2
Yeah.
divided by 1.35 into to take a percentage, you can multiply it by 100% as well. Then you will receive the answer as 15%. 15% of the correct value, that is 1.34. So when calculating the variance or standard deviation, always use, because of that they are like as a good practice, they ask us to use this sigma x over n, or else sigma xf. The multiplication of the frequencies and the values should divided by this the addition or the summation of the frequencies, the one of these two use, rather than rounded value for the mean as well.
Do we have the key in the calculator?
Yeah.
Do we have that sigma key in the calculator?
Yes, calculator we have. Wait, I'll also take the scientific card because I have one. Um, in my calculator, as it's working, was I on time?
Mm.
The sigma value is see on the second line corner. අර උඩ තියෙන උඩ තියෙන
Ah,
down on he in my one නම් on button එකට යටින් තියෙන්නේ. Then
yeah, I also have that. Yeah.
yes. Then you have to share. You have to press it with the shift key, I guess. In your one also
Yes.
same. After shift, you can press on that. Then it will populate that value. Value means sigma. That is it. Then you can use these values, I mean these equations, rather than rounding these values for the mean. So when data are grouped, actual values cannot be seen, but we can calculate or estimates of the variance and the standard deviation. So the formula in key point 3.3 are used to do this, where x now represents class mid values and x bar is equals to this one is a calculated estimate of the mean as well. That is also we already discussed now. So normally if it's a frequencies related one and a class interval related problem now, anyway we have to first calculate the mid values, and then you need to draw that table as we do normally in the previous cases. After that only we can calculate this x bar, that means a mean value, and also the what we call mean value as all, and also the standard deviation and the variance as well. Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just read only from a 3.3 part, starting from here? I again don't go with the examples now. Anyway, we discuss these ones. No, just the
Yeah, yeah.
the theory part.
Okay. Okay, teacher.
Okay, that is also done. Then you have, okay, that is done. Then here, this is kind of a theoretical based question to give reasons and kind of what we call provide reasons and provide explanations වගේ එකක්. First, you think of these ones leisurely and provide the answers. What would be the best option and why we have to or refuse these ones. Kayla, you just write it, then we'll discuss. නැත්තම් අපරාධෙනේ. So here there's no any
Yeah.
mathematical related ones or only the opinion based question. Okay.
Okay.
Then, although standard deviation is far more commonly used as a measure of variation than the interquartile range, it may not always be ideal because it can be significantly affected by extreme values as well. So the interquartile range, that is anyway the difference in between Q3 and Q1, the interquartile range may be better. And a box and whisker, that means the box plot. Box plot diagram is often much more useful as a visual representation of data than the mean and the standard deviation as well. So if there's a question like asking what would be the best chart option in probability and statistic to identify the outlier scalar, then the answer would be box plot or this are a box and whisker diagram කියලා කියන එක. Is often much more useful as a visual representation of data than the mean and standard deviation. Some features of the standard deviation are compared to the interquartile range in the following table. So these are this is kind of an comparison. So the first one, advantages. When it comes to advantages, much simpler to calculate than the interquartile range. But here, far more affected by the extreme values. When it comes to, it's a disadvantage actually. Then advantage would be data values do not have to be ordered, but here it gives greater emphasis to large deviations than to small deviations. Likewise, they have given us the advantages as well as the disadvantages of using standard deviation. Okay. Can you read from here to here?
Okay. Okay, teacher.
Okay, that's also done. Then, oh, can you do only the last two questions, the 11th and the 12th one? 12th
Okay.
one, maybe it's kind of a little bit hard, but for the, yeah, starting from 11th, do only the 11th and 12th. That's fine. Để cho mình con cô đi không ăn nè đem miếng đi Dia kayak
Teacher,
Yes. Yes.
uh, teacher, I did the 11th question, but I got different answers.
Okay. The ages in whole numbers of years of a hotel's 50 staff are given in the following table. Calculated estimates of the mean and the variance of mean would be this one. Okay, this one. Okay. 37. Did you took the class limits as well? I mean
Yes,
22.5 to 30.5 likewise.
yes, yes.
Let me also open it and I have to open a paint. Here, here it would be 22.5 to 30.5. Then 30.5 to 37.5. Then 37.5 to 45.5, and then 45.5 to 59.5. Anyway, the middle value would be, we have to add these two together and divide it by 2. No? එතකොට 53 should divided by 2 means 26.5. Here we have 30 and 37 means 67, 67, 68. 68 means 34. Then here we have 70, not 70, 83. 83 should divided by 2 means again it would be 46.5. Then this amount will be 54. Likewise, okay, these values are correct. Then what we have to do now here, okay, anyway, you have to create the age here, the age in whole numbers of years. 50 staffs are given in the following table. Calculate the estimates. Okay, in one equation would be 14 plus x plus y plus 6 would equals to 50. Then you may have x plus y is equals to 50 should minus this 20, that means 30.
30.
Yeah. One equation is this, and the other one is the easiest way is we can calculate, we can derive it for mean, right? එතකොට
Yes.
what we can do, here we have 14, here we have x. Instead of y, I'll put it as 30 minus x කියලාම දාන්නම්.
Yes.
Then we have 54 means 6. Now the mean value is actually, as they said, 37.32. එතකොට now 26.5 times 14 plus 34x plus 46.5 into 30 minus x plus 54 times 6. 54 times 6 should divided by anyway the 50 should equals to the value would be 37.32. 37.32. Now, if I simplify these ones, we can cross multiply these two. There we have 30.
Teacher,
Huh?
for the median values,
Me-
uh, median, I meant for the midpoint values, the third value should be 41.5.
Third value 41. It would
Yes.
be
Anyway, it can't be 30, 46.5 it is.
from here to here we have the gap would be 8, right? No, 37.5. 37.5 plus 45.5, no? Then, if we add these two together,
Yes.
then 83. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, then 83, right? 83 means anyway it would be
Divide by 2, 41,
41.
41.5.
Yeah, 41.5. Okay.
And the last
Okay, let
value should be
uh,
52.5.
52, right?
Yes, 52.5.
52.5. Then the mid value also, yes. No. So here we have, okay. Yeah, here we have 59.5, no? Then that means that would be 105, right?
Uh, yeah, 105 divided by 2.
105 divided by 2 means 52 point. Okay. Okay, once you do 52.5. So anyway, then once you multiply all these values together, එතකොට මෙතන පුළුවන් 50 should multiplied by 37 times 3 2. And then if you solve this for x, you won't get the answer.
That's how I did, but I didn't get the answer.
Do we have kind of a huge difference? ලොකු වෙනසක් තියෙනවද?
Yes.
Okay, then we have to check. Let me find out it from the calculator. So, what we have 30, 37, 37.32 into 50 minus then we have here we have 26.5 into 14 again minus then we have 52.5 into 52.5 into 6. So if you simplify these ones, that is 1180. එතකොට 30,
Uh,
wait,
1000.
34x plus 4,
Yes.
41.5 times 30 minus x was equals to 1180. So that means here, if I take this to left hand side, හරි මෙහෙම ගමුකෝ. එතකොට වෙන්නේ 1180 minus then the value would be 41.5 into 30, that is minus 65. මෙතන එනවා minus 65 කියලා answer එකක්. Then here we have 34 minus 41.5. Anyway, again it would be minus 7.5. Minus 7.5. Minus 7.5x. එතකොට 65 should divided by 7.5 means 8.66.
Yes, that's what I got.
8.66, no, but
But
anyway,
the answer is x is 12.
x is 12. Oh God. X is 12. Mm-mm.
That's the exact answer I got too.
Mhm. Perspective. Exactly 1 year. Ah, there's another part in the ඒක නෙවෙයි නේද they have asked. Exactly 1 year after these calculations were made. අපි ඒ කැල්ල කියුවේ නෑනේ. We didn't read that part, right?
Yeah, I really don't understand how to get that exactly. Like after 1 year, what should we do? Like for that part of the question.
Calculate estimates. No. Right. මේ දෙක නෙවෙයි we have to find ඒ කියන්නේ these values may be correct but that is not the question no.
No, teacher. Yeah, but we, in order to find the final answer, we have to find x and y. But the values for x and y they have given are 12 and 18.
Ah,
So still that's wrong.
calculate. Okay. Exactly 1 year after these calculations were made, Gudrun became the 51st staff member, and the mean age becomes exactly 38. Exactly 38 years. Find Gurun's age on the day of her recruitment and determine what. Okay, we'll do like this. I'll do it on a paper and send to you. Otherwise, මෙතන ඉඩක් නැහැනේ. So you just try the 12th one.
Okay, teacher.
මම අර කොලර් සෙට් එකෙන් එක දෙකක් විතර ගෙනල්ලා දෙන්නම්. අර පිටිපස්සේ ලියන්න පුළුවන් කොලර් සෙට් එකකින්. එකයි පෑනයි. ඔව්. නෑනේ. අර මේ බැංකුවේ දාලා ඔයා පෑන්. ඒක අපිට දැන් ඒතර ටික it has all ඒක මම ages. 14. In the middle, it is 31 to 37, right? So the gap is 6 now. But the rest, 23 to 30, that is again 7. Here also 38 to 45, that's also 7. 46 to 59, gaps are not equal here, right? That's the case.
Yes.
We didn't identify that, no. එතකොට how we gonna find out? And then you have to like think. You can't do like that. See, for the එතකොට double classes in a cases මතකද? So if we draw a histogram or something like that now, then it will be we have to we consider about the densities. Can you remember the area of that stumps වගේ අරගෙන කරන්නේ?
But teacher, should the class width always be the same?
No, no. No, it's not. No, but okay. Then if we follow this method, so we are not considering about that, no.
But like all the values are included here, teacher, since we got the class.
That's why we learned about two things. One, as I can remember, for though if the class interval is not equal, kila, they were mentioned to find out, check with the densities, kila. I can remember that part. Densities, then we have to consider about the densities and calculating. Otherwise, the values get incorrect. Let me check. We check for the value of density, frequency density. That would frequency. So you can frequency graph, frequency density, frequency density, frequency density, frequency density. Then for group data, the model class has the highest frequency density and the greatest height column in the histogram. How we would, okay, where we have that theory part. Okay, these ones we already frequency density. In histograms, the model class has the okay, model class එකට වැඩිපුරම තියෙන එක. Oh yes, then what we can do? Again, number of fences. Okay, this one. Then the frequency density. We need to calculate the frequency density. එතකොට for those kind of ones, so I'll recall me first to show how to calculate the frequency density in chapter 1 section.
Teacher, in histograms, if the model class, yeah, if there is no model class, then all classes have the same frequency. So that's what we learned. But here we can't
But we
actually
can't,
relate that.
yeah, but we can't conclude no what will be the model frequency class කියලා එතන. That would be
Model frequency.
class
Yeah.
boundaries, class width, and the frequency density calculations are shown in the table. Although the histogram shows it's not needed to answer this question, it is useful to see that. In this case, the model class is the one with the tallest. Okay, when we draw, we need to consider that. Find the model class. Okay, this one, right?
Model class is usually the one which has the highest
Highest
frequency.
frequency, yes.
But still, does it really impact here?
We are calculating, we are getting the mid value anyway. Midpoint we already considered, then 190 number of fences, yes. Then if we draw this one, number of frequencies will be there. Then frequency density. So they have given the number of, okay, number of that one frequency density. Then the height would be this. So for these kind of ones, frequency density problems, how we gonna calculate the class frequency and the class width and the frequency density? That is correct. How we drew all the frequency tables for these kind of ones. Okay, the mass, kilograms, animals are okay. So here those values are different, no? Then
Yeah.
find out the value of A, B. Okay. How we have done this one, the question number 10, and I couldn't remember. So here, okay, now, the masses in kilograms and I can treated in veterinary clinic in the past year are illustrated in the histogram. The histogram from the following table shows the class intervals and this ones. Okay, for this we have 3 to 5, 6 to, okay, this is there. For this, how we find the AB value and show that the total 226 elements are treated. Okay, how we gonna draw that frequency table? Okay, see, frequency table, the 14 class with minimum and class frequency density, class within min. I couldn't remember. Number of children 60. Then if the class width is twice of that now, to go to 20, to 60 divided by this one, then the frequency density comes. Okay, that's about the frequency densities now. So go to how we gonna calculate the mean. To calculate the mean, do we need the එතකොට අතන තිබ්බේ number of staffs no number of staffs in 2F will be equals to this. Then the frequencies, total frequencies would be, we can't say that is frequency, right? No, if it's there, they have mentioned the number of ones. Maybe we need to twice it and add. එහෙම කරන්න ඕනේ නැද්ද? So we just equalize the everything to 50 නේ. If we like,
Yes.
if we consider එහෙම කියන්නත් බෑ ඉතින්. හැබැයි මෙතන එහෙම කරපු equation problem එකක් නැති එක තමයි මට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ. So maybe let's assume if the class interval is 10 and for the second one class interval is 2 and they have given this one as x and this one as y කියලා for the frequencies, එතකොට the total should equals to 50 කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. Then we might need to get the equation like x plus 2y is equals to 50. එහෙම අපි අතන ගත්තේ the total frequency නිකම්ම equal කරානේ 50 වලට. So
But why should we do two?
because when we draw that one class intervals.
But teacher, anyway, they have like clearly given you the frequency is 51, so they have also given the frequency for others. So I think we should just equalize it. I'm not sure.
Histogram, we can see the relative frequencies, blah, 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 comparing to the areas. Frequency density. Okay, that's it now. We'll do. We do that one. We were in chapter 3, right? We were in chapter 3. This part also we were done. This one also done. There was no any frequency density word as I can remember. Okay, here we have Chapter 3, I ask you to do it. Still, I'm in chapter 3 and I'm moving forward from here. Chapter 3. Okay, there. There you go. Okay, make up the line. That one also we are done. That's fine. Let me do it. අපි තව එකපාරක් මං කරලා බලන්නම්. You just do the next question, otherwise අපරාධෙනේ වෙලා. අනිත් එකත් ටිකක් ලේසි නැති question එකක් වගේ, because with the degrees and stuff.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about it.
That's the case. Let me know. No, our value is correct. So anyway, 8.6, yeah, our value is correct. That is
Okay.
correct. And the value for the y would be 21.33.
Yes.
Yeah, our values are correct, yes. No need to think
Okay.
about the gaps and stuffs for the this sake. Where if they ask us to draw the frequencies, nang, we can draw the frequency distribution or the frequency or a histogram, then we need to consider, because we are drawing that stumps nisa. Other than that, no need to think about that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The 12th question also is kind of tricky.
okay, we'll check. I'll check. Refer to the following diagram in position 1. In position 1, a 10 meters in position 1, a 10-meter rod is placed 10 meters. Placed 10 meters from a fixed point P. Six small discs A to F are evenly spaced along the length of the rod. The rod is rotated anticlockwise about its center by alpha is equals to 30. To position 2, the distances from P to the discs are denoted by X. Okay, that's it. Refer to the following diagram in position 1. 10-meter rod in place 10 meters from a fixed point. Okay. 10 meters, 10 meters rod means this one. Uh, fixed point P. So P is here and from here to 10 meters. That is there. 6 small discs. These are the 6 small discs. A to F are evenly spaced along the length of the rod. Okay. The rod is rotated anti-clockwise. The rod is rotated anti-clockwise about its center by angle. Angle would be alpha is equals to 30 to position 2. Okay, that means here from here to here, no, this angle would be then this angle would be alpha. Alpha would be uh, 30. එතකොට මෙතන ඉඳන් මෙතනට තියෙන angle එකත් again it would be 30. That means this angle would be 60. Okay, so here, since here we had a right angle. Now, in position 2, the distances from P to the discs are denoted by X. Okay, so for this, from the P value, from the point P, distances from P to the discs are denoted by X. From the P to the discs are denoted by X. P to A, P to B, P to C, P to D likewise. Okay. Then what effect does the 30% rotation have on values of X? Investigate this by first considering the effect on the average distance from P to the discs. What effect does? What you have to do is first you need to calculate all the distances which we have in position 1. Position 1 එකේ තියෙන මේ ඔක්කොම separate distances අරගෙන first you have to calculate those ones. And then you have to calculate the respective distances in position 2 as well. What effect does the 30% rotation have on values of X? Investigate this by first considering the effect on the average distance from P to the discs. Yes. What will happen? So can we no need to okay, no need to okay. What you can do it easily, you can you can have these values. So here anyway it would be 10 meters, no 10 meters we have only 5 gaps, no 1 2 3 4 5 5 gaps. That means 1 gap equals to 2. Here
yeah.
it would be 2, here it would be 2, for each and every gap it would be 2. So here also, though it's okay, A, B, C, D, if values are not, those ones are stable, no, still, no. ඒවා change වෙන්නේ නැහැ, right? May gaps change වෙන එකක් නැහැ. So,
No.
yeah, because of that, these gaps again, it would be 2. හරිද? These gaps.
What about the gap between C and D? Like, is it
C and D also, it's also 2. Because
2, but in case if we are using Pythagoras theorem here, like, is it like 1.5?
no, then what
No,
will happen? 2 will be steady. This 2 will be steady and still. the other two sides will adjust according to the Pythagoras theorem. I mean this length and the height. ඒ දෙකම වෙනස් වෙනවා. ඒ දෙකම වෙනස් වෙනවා. Because when this length getting decreased, this height would increase. අර ඒ කියන්නේ no ඒ කියන්නේ
That length is stable, right?
which one is stable? This 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is no. I'm just asking ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් this is only for the may value එකනේ, but we have to consider the lengths from P to B, no? P to A, P to B, P to C.
Yes.
එතකොට so if I draw like this, මේ දෙක කොහොමත් it's confirmed, then the distances which we have to consider is these values. See?
Yeah.
Make. Likewise. Now what will happen? This length. This length, how would I say? Okay, this length anyway, make a පැත්තට යන්නේ. මේක මේ පැත්තට යද්දි වෙනස් වෙන එක. Okay, what if goes මෙයා මෙහෙට යනකොට anyway the P also still, right? I mean P also steady. P steady තියෙනවනේ. මේ rod එක තමයි
Yeah.
මෙතනට යන්නේ. එතකොට
It's that dotted line that's changing. Anything else isn't changing.
yes, doesn't change.
The thing is, in the answers, like I only checked the answer for part A, they are giving answers in terms of the mean, and they're giving exact values like 11.6 and like that. How did they get that?
Okay. So, what will happen here? Anyway, they have mentioned it is as 30 කියලා. එතකොට this would be 30. As you said, then this angle also 30. එතකොට this also 60. This also
Yes, that's
60 means we have this length. Okay, we can have that length now because this total is actually 10. ඒ කියන්නේ value is 10. Then if this value is 10, okay. හරි ඒකත් එතනක් තියෙනවානේ පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක්. So if that value is 10, මාර කෑස්ට් එකක් මේක. paper එකකට මෙහෙම එකක් දුන්නාම anyway it will be like time consuming, right? Well,
I don't think they will be giving
no,
these
but
kinds of
P
questions.
means just a practice. The practice.
Yeah, those are practice questions.
එතකොට මට තියෙන
I mean, if they give this as exam question, the whole 2 hours will be spent on this.
yes, that's the case. Anyway, two. Then here, did they mention that this is fixed in at the midpoint කියලා? එහෙම කියන්නේ නැහැ, no, right? 10
No. They have told it's rotating at the center.
rotating at the center, but rotating at the center means okay, rotating at the center ඒ කියන්නේ ඉතින් මේක this would be the middle point anyway. If it's rotating at the center means මේක anti-clockwise මැද ඉඳන් කරකවනවා කියලා කියන්නේ ඉතින් මේක එතකොට midpoint එකක් වෙනවා. That means this whole length would be anyway 5. අපි නිකන් එහෙම අරගත්තොත්
Yes.
5. If we took it as 5, then this length would be 60, no? එතකොට
But we can't. no, we can. Yes,
No,
that
this
is
one
fine.
is 60, this one is 30. Then we can calculate this length as well. දැන් මේක දන්නවා නම් angle එක දන්නවා නම් then we can calculate somewhat here. එතකොට 10 minus this one means we can have this value. එතකොට
Hmm.
from that anyway from that එතකොට දැන් ඒක දන්නවා නම් ඒක දන්නවා නම් ඒක දන්නවා නම් ඒක දන්න no nothing to do no එතකොට අපිට ඕන නම් what we can do we can apply the sine rule as well no. Oh, no, that makes,
Yes.
yeah, we can apply the sine rule as well because we know two lengths and one side. අපි lengths දෙකක් දන්නවා 5 and 10 and also one angle as well. එතකොට ඔක්කොම දන්නවා නම් then if I mention this one as x එතකොට I can directly take this one as 120 minus x. So 120
That
minus
is 90 degrees, right? That angle should be 90.
why? How you would
I mean, because it is like when we had that line. I don't know that. Yes,
no.
it
No, no,
like it should be 90,
that
right?
was here, right? Right angle was in the midpoint again.
Yes, but now in position 2, angle at A is 90, right? Angle at A, PA, some X.
එහෙනම් ඉතින් එහෙනම් okay yeah okay එතකොට anyway yes anyway අපිට නිකම්මත් ඒක ඇවිල්ලානේ because here if we consider it as 5 and 10 කියලා ගත්තොත් මේක θ කියලා ගත්තොත් if we know නිකම් calculate cos theta means uh, I mean adjacent should divided by height no 5 over 10 means again
Yes.
cos 60 is half that means anyway make a 60 නම් yes එහෙනම් ඒක එහෙනම් yes එහෙනම් this would be 90 degrees. This would be 90 degrees and this is 30.
Yes.
Yes. Then it would be like that. Then we know the whole length. එතකොට 5, 10 මේකත් අපිට හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. Now what you can do? Now we know this one. එතකොට we know now what they are saying. So,
The
what
thing is, okay, let's say that is also fine. Now, when it comes to part A, for that question, the answer they have given is the mean decreases by 11.6 centimeters. The median decreases by 40.3 centimeters. Those are the two answers they have given
You
for
know what
part
you
A.
have to do? First, we need to calculate the median, mean, everything for the position 1. මෙහෙම තියෙද්දි මේ distances අරගෙන you need to calculate those ones. Right? Then, again, you need to calculate the mean and the medians for this one. These lengths. Then you can compare these two. From the position 1 to position 2.
Yeah.
If the answer, again, that is what they have given now, that means we also need to follow that method. හැබැයි ඉතින් ඒක කියන්න පුළුවන් answer එක දැකපු නිසා විතරයි. ඒ කියන්නේ other than
Yes.
that we can't compare now like this.
Yeah. I mean, if this was given in an exam, I would have never like thought about the means and stuff.
Yeah, that's the case. So, Hemanang, then that is that. එතකොට we can first find out the mean for the position 1 and then position 2 as well and then we can figure it out. Yes, that can be done. Anyway, I'll do that one as well.
Yeah, this question takes ages to be done.
Yes. Mm. Is that- what they have given. Oh. Average has been changed from 4 point something value, or else it's 11 point something value.
Uh, they have said mean decreases by 11.6 centimeters.
11.6 centimeters. Okay. 11.6. Okay, that would be the steps anyway. Okay. Let me send you these steps. First, you have to, okay, just follow these steps as they mentioned. Even I'll also calculate.
I hope they never give questions like these on the exam.
Ah. But it's good to practice, I think, if they like given us like that.
In the answers, the standard deviation increases by 116 centimeters.
For the last question, right?
Part B, I mean.
Okay. Anyway, I won't get that one as well. You can, if I, okay, let me. How can it be like such a difference? 100 and, what is the answer? 100
16. The standard deviation is 116 centimeters. Yeah.
100
The
is,
mean, the mean actually, like,
if it's 11 nang 11 squared would be anything 121 no etokot 121. Okay.
they should really give the steps on how to solve.
Mhm. Okay, we'll do like this. You just try and complete it. Even I also complete the whole question. Otherwise, we are wasting of time. No? So you just think and do. I'll also do. Once I complete, I don't think that I'll receive this 100 and plus amounts for the stand. Maybe, but if it's on, yeah, if so, their answers are like if it's 11 and 121 something now, then comparatively those answers also can be happen because make a square decker recently make it a standard deviation ke. But anyway. I'll do it and send you. I'll do it completely and send to you the my answers. I don't think that I'll receive the same answers which we have on the book, but anyway, I'll complete the
Yeah.
entire thing and send to you.
Okay.
So that is it. And then for the 3.4 anyway, uh, yeah, 3.4 anyway, you can. Okay, 3.4 anyway, it would be yes. This one compare and okay. This is also Habai, you have to try because explore one the numerical question and just try on those ones. And then combining set of those okay, combining set of data. Shall we do this one next day? Is it okay?
Okay, teacher. Yeah,
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, yeah. You just complete the previous one. I'll complete the last two questions and send back to you.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, thank you. See you on next day then. Bye.
Okay, teacher. Good night. Bye.